The paper roll tubes can be connected together to make all sorts of different structures and mechanisms. So to do this, we're going to need a pencil sharpener, some wooden dowels. These are 6mm diameter dowels, 6mm diameter dowels, and they're about 15 centimeters long, but different sizes can be useful. So 15 centimeters, be consistent about it, and you'll make some fabulous structures. So I've made 6 paper tubes. We've got a pencil sharpener, and what we want to do is join the paper tubes together by using the rods through the holes, but we shave off a tiny little bit off the end of the rod first. So that rod hasn't been shaved off yet. Quick twist and it's finished. Turn it round, quick twist and it's finished. So you'll see that there's not much been taken off, but don't be too enthusiastic about that. Do not put a point on the end. So just keep it flat. Otherwise you waste sort of, the length of the tube by making them effectively shorter. So 6 tubes, 3 rods, that means we've got 9 elements in our structure, 9 edges if you like. So think of a 9-edged structure with some symmetry about it. Well, basically what we're going to do is hold the tube quite firmly at the end and then use the rod, and it's going to go through at right angles. So one rod at a time, look, and twist through the hole. So we don't want to damage the paper tube, but we've got to hold it firmly in order to put it on the rod anyway. So when it comes to the next one on the opposite side, look, don't worry about this tube, it's going to rotate, that doesn't matter. Just hold it the same as before and twist the rod in position. So while we're on, what we're going to do is add another rod going the other way, and you can see how very quickly we can build up a structure. And these are fabulous for introducing shape, 3-dimensional shapes in particular, and the connection between 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional shapes. So it looks like we're sort of creating like a long flexible sort of roll out ladder. So that's a good way to start. Fabulous. And as you can imagine, look, we've got this idea of movement. It looks a bit like a skeleton structure, doesn't it? So here we go, twist, next one, twist, next one. And this is the simplest sort of structure we can make from 6 of these tubes. So if we now put the final rod in, we've got a flat structure, but if we fold it up now, you can see how we can change it into a 3-dimensional structure. Now don't force the last connection. These are quite strong joints here, so if you start forcing this apart just to fit that rod in, then you'll damage the structure. So untwist it a bit, create yourself a little bit of movement, twist it through, turn it round, again untwist it, take it out a bit, line it up properly. And if you follow that basic rule about not forcing the structure to do something it really doesn't want to, but to take rods out and withdraw them, put them back in when things are lined up, that's a much better way to make our structure. So there is our triangular prism. So there's our triangle shape there, rectangular shaped base, and a prism. An incredibly strong structure. We could put that over a gap and hang very heavy weights on it, and you'd find that that would withstand an enormous amount of weight compared to its own weight. Fabulous. That's our basic roll tube structure.